Okay, we've completed the first 12 tissue salts, which is what most people talk about. We're going to start working into the extended tissue salts. There's not just 1 to 12, there's actually 1 to 27. This is the first of the extended tissue salts. It's potassium arsenite. It's a pretty amazing tissue salt. Might blow your mind. This one is going to be worth listening to because it's a relationship to fighting cancer as well as being able to stop panic attacks in their tracks. But let's just start with, what does it work on in the human body? The lymphatic system mainly. But the brain, the thyroid, kidney, liver, hair, skin. But I need to tell you a bit of a story about this one, and it's very important that I do so. I try not to get into too many stories when I do these videos, but this one has too many backstories not to tell. There's two of them I'm going to tell you about. The first one is that in 2011, the World Health Organization listed arsenic as a group 1 carcinogen, meaning that it was absolutely carcinogenic and that it would cause cancer. That was around March of 2011. Around June of 2011, a big push of a new drug called arsenic trioxide in the treatment of leukemia came out. So imagine the World Health Organization just, 4 months prior, listed arsenic as a cancer-causing substance. That twat by the name of Dr. Oz jumped all over it, said all arsenic was bad. 6 months later, here we are, or a few months later, here we are. Everybody now, and today, even today in 2019 and 2018, because we're just brand new into 2019, many studies on the ability of arsenic to not only kill cancer in leukemia, but also to stop the spread of cancer and its ability to metastasize or spread to a secondary location. It can stop it in its tracks. They know it. And the reason that they know it is it's been talked about for 100 years. But now they're geniuses, and they're getting these functional nutritional minerals banned so that they can get patents on them. And that's horrible. But anyway, arsenic, potassium arsenite, it's arsenic, very powerful in the treatment of cancers. Very, very, very powerful. Don't care if anybody likes me saying that or not. I'm not selling it to you all, so I can say whatever the hell I want. And our governments can bite my ass. But anyway, the next thing that you need to know about when it comes to potassium arsenite is if you can get, and I talk about this a lot, and I'm going to create a video after I finish these. Actually, I already created one, and it's on my Facebook. In the information below this video, there is a link to my Facebook. If you go to my Facebook and you look at my videos, you will see where I create a video that shows the difference between Highlands brand, I think it was magnesium phosphate, and real ionically charged magnesium phosphate. And I put them on that new human energy field meter that is out by a company in Toronto. I bought one just to give it a whirl. Well, calcium, the Highlands brand came in at I don't remember what it was, maybe 40 out of 100. Real charged ionic tissue salts came in off the chart. It blew it off the chart. It couldn't measure how high the energy was from it. If you're having a panic, or somebody around you is having a panic attack, you simply hand them a glass vial of about 20, 25 tablets of ionically charged potassium arsenite. You will stop their panic attack within 60 to 120 seconds. No joke. Anyway, that's what I wanted to tell. Those are the two things that I wanted to tell you. I'm going to get into it now. Let's look at the science. See this indent right here and right here? How the eyelid doesn't make a round. It actually breaks here and then comes down. Typically, this is a little more puffy, but that is the sign. When you see this break, that is a potassium arsenite sign. That is the only potassium arsenite sign. You're going to see red upper eyelids. We're going to talk about that in a minute, and red cheeks. We're seeing all that. But when you see this break, that's the absolute, they have a potassium arsenite deficiency. Plenty of things give you red cheeks. Plenty of deficiencies give you red cheeks or a red nose or red eyelids or cracks in the skin or pale or puffy faces. But potassium arsenite, this is the only one where you will ever see it. You're seeing it again here, but now you're getting to see a bit of this puffiness. Not so much on this side, but you're seeing it here. So there's the break, and then it turns down. That's potassium arsenite. So both of these people might be predisposed because of their deficiencies. Maybe that's not a predisposition, but as a result of their deficiency, might have issues with panic or depression, because potassium arsenite regulates serotonin. When it's too low, it has an ability to help the body assimilate more of it, or the serotonin receptors to accept more of it. So let's get into the indications. Vanity first. This puffy skin with the break above the eyes, red upper eyelids. This one's not as red as the last. So that's why there's many things that can cause red upper eyelids. It can be any of the phosphates. It can be iodine. It can be iron. It can be a lot of things, but only one thing causes this break right here, and that's potassium arsenite. Red cheeks, not so much here. We have a bit of the red nose, the cracked skin. She's got a bit of a pale face in comparison to the other gal, and puffy, so that it seems like their cheeks are all, their face doesn't match the rest of their body, and that their face will be puffy. And I know that because I've had this deficiency myself, and simply by doing it, my face came back to match the rest of my body. So this is one I can truly speak about. Anemia for health issues, pain following sexual intercourse for women, arthritis, asthma, cardiac insufficiency, swelling of the feet and ankles, cancer in the lymph nodes, malignancies in the lymph nodes. It will prevent it. Potassium arsenite is about clearing the lymphatic system and keeping all of that, including cancer, out of it. All of that shit, including cancer, out of it. Leukemia. We know that because they made the drug arsenic trioxide, and now they're using it on tumors with great success. You can look it up, go to PubMed database, type in arsenic trioxide, and see everything all the different types of cancers that they're testing it on today. Where was I? Chronic kidney infection. So recurring and chronic kidney infections, again, it's a serotonin regulator. Potassium arsenite plays a pivotal role in the thyroid as well, as I mentioned earlier. So a constant clearing of the throat, because there will be inflammation in the lymphatics and the thyroid itself. It's very good choice for somebody to take if they're trying to quit smoking, stunted growth in children, and a tickle type cough. So somebody who feels like constantly or often feels a tickle in their throat and feel like they need to cough. Addiction, somebody who's inclined, or when you see families that the whole family has some sort of addiction, whether it's a substance or gambling, look at the eyelids, the skin above the upper eyelids, and I bet you'll find this in many of them. Though potassium arsenite is not the only one that has an inclination for addiction. Somebody with a potassium arsenite deficiency will be easily annoyed, a lack of interest in many things, developmental delays in children, of course, panic attacks, depression, brain fog, unreasonable and unjustified jealousy, constant nervousness, and sensory processing issues once again. That's potassium arsenite, one that you shouldn't underestimate the power of. That's it for